Hi everybody, I'm Saloni and today we have Shreya Sharma, the founder of Rest in Case, an online legal aggregator platform that is one-stop solution for all legal services and information with us on social bits today. Hi Shreya, how are you doing today?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing great too. So let's start with a small introduction about yourself.
Right. So I am a lawyer by profession, and I'm currently running Rest the Case. I've been running Rest the Case for the past 3 years. I did my law from the UK, then I came to India, and I then also did a course in National Law University in Delhi, and yeah, while I was studying, I was also working on Rest the Case. And as soon as I was done studying, I started Rest the Case. I just couldn't wait, I think. So
Okay.
as soon as I finished studying, I started Rest the Case.
Okay, so how did the idea of Rest the Case arrive in your mind? Like, what was the situation?
So when I was studying in the UK, I saw that there was a lot of legal like information and a lot of legal help that you could find online, and I thought that that was something that was there was a gap over here in India where when we wanted to find a lawyer and we wanted to find information, there was not like one single place where we could get everything. Whether I wanted to get information as just simple information, nothing complicated, just simple things. I want to know about the law, or I want to know where to find a lawyer,
Hmm.
right? Who should I go to? Which lawyer should I go to? If I have a divorce case, which lawyer should I go to? If I have a property case, and which lawyer should I go to? That kind of thing. There was a gap as to where people, I think it was lacking, where I thought that this was something that needed to be done. Why should there be a gap in something that is so important, right? Where even one thing that before I started law always kind of drew me towards law is that everything around us um, is running because of a law, right? Is happening because there's a law in place for that thing, and in that place only there's a gap. So that was something I wanted to kind of cover, so that whether you want information, whether you want to talk to somebody who has studied this, who knows what they're talking about, you should have one place to go to and get that kind of help.
How does Rest the Case address the high cost of legal services? And do you believe it's making them more affordable for everyone?
So what we as a platform do is we list lawyers of different types. So whether it is a lawyer who has 5 years of experience or a lawyer that has 20 years of experience.
Okay.
And what we do is that the lawyer tells us that this is how much I usually charge, right?
Mhm.
We tell the client that this is how much the lawyer charges. This lawyer charges this much. His experience is this much. He's in this city. He's practices in this area or this sport and that kind of thing. We give all this information to the client, right? If the client feels that this lawyer suits them,
Mhm.
then they can go ahead with that client. If they feel like that lawyer does not suit them, then we help them out with another lawyer, depending on what kind of lawyer the client wants. So I think in that way, what we've tried to do is that you still get the kind of help you want, you still get the kind of lawyer you want, but in the range that you would be willing to pay that lawyer. You can compare, you can see
Mhm.
which lawyer suits you better. Um, and go ahead with that, because there are some people who don't like, for them it matters more that the lawyer is really experienced rather than how much they have to pay. But for some people, of course, it matters to them that they have to see how economical it is. So we've kind of given them that option that you can see this is the variety we have. You can see who suits you best. Whatever thing suits you. Like if supposing your criteria is this many years of experience, this much range, and this much, and this city. If there's a lawyer which fits that perfectly, you take that lawyer and you can talk that lawyer. We have all these options available. So we've given the client that option to choose.
Okay, so like, do you have lawyers of all the ranges? Like everyone could afford. Like no
Right.
one should feel disappointed after seeing the prices and everything. Okay. So, how do you ensure that filtering lawyers based on experience doesn't discriminate against younger legal professionals?
We have to be transparent, right? We
Hmm.
have to, if we are saying that there's a gap where people don't know where to find a lawyer from, or people don't know how to get the help, they need the thing that will help that the most is us being transparent with the people who require the help. So when asked how many years experience somebody has, we tell them truthfully, honestly, and are completely transparent with them. What we as a company personally do is it's not like we don't onboard people who have less experience, or we don't onboard somebody who has lots of experience. We as a company onboard whoever wishes to be on the platform. So we try not to discriminate between somebody who has lesser experience and somebody who has more experience. But from a client's perspective, like I said, if my requirement is that someone is economical, but it doesn't matter to me if somebody is, has a lot of experience, as long as that person is solving my problem, then you know we will give that loyalty. We don't say that no, you take somebody who has more experience. So we've kind of left it to the people to decide as to what kind of lawyer they would want, how they want to choose the lawyer, what matters to them when they're finding a lawyer, and what doesn't matter to them. We've kind of left it to that because we don't want to force it on someone that you should take somebody who's very experienced, and nor we want to force it on someone that you take somebody who's like lesser experienced. So because what we wanted is to keep it transparent. We want to keep this entire thing completely transparent with everybody who's using it, whether it's the lawyers or the clients. And the only way to do that is say that this is how it is. Whichever you want and however you want to choose it, you choose it.
All right. So, how do you guarantee the accuracy and completeness of the legal document templates that are available on your platform?
Right, so our document templates are created by lawyers, and so they were created by lawyers first, by one lawyer. Another lawyer has then cross-checked that and made sure that the lawyer has created that before is fine, and then after that it goes on the platform. In fact, all the content that goes on the platform is cross-checked twice before we put it on the platform. Nothing is just kind of checked once and be like, okay, yeah, put it, because we need to fill content on the website. It's not like that. I have been very, very, I have like put my foot down multiple times when I've been like, this is how it should be, that it should be checked. It should not just because we have to put content, there has to be content on the website, so you put anything. It should not be like that. So a lawyer has drafted the contracts for us. Then we have got that checked again by another lawyer, and then we have put that up on the website.
Okay, so how do you combat potential biases and misinformation in the legal news and information that you provide?
Right. So, like I said, it's that kind. Our content is very neutral, and it's more about giving information than saying that, oh, this is right and this is wrong, that kind of thing. It is that if you are in the middle of something, you should know everything about it, right? Not just some one person's opinion, or not just one side of something. Whether it's about the news, whether it's about any other information we provide, like we provide simple, neutral information, like whether we're even saying how to get a divorce, for example. It is a very it's from both the sides. Someone who's trying to file for a divorce, and someone who has got who's getting a divorce. So we've tried to put both the sides in it. We've tried to, so that, because when you're looking for information, you could be anyone, right? You could be from either side. So whichever side you are on, you should be able to get information. So that's what we've done for our content. And like I said, that everything is checked and everything is made sure that it is, there's no opinion. Even in the news that we put, there's no political agenda, or there's nothing like that. I think I'm going to say this again and again throughout the interview, but our main my main thing when I was starting Rest the Cave is that people will only understand what legal step to take or what legal help to get if they have the correct information. And if nothing else, Rest the Case should be a place where they see that, okay, if I've read this thing on Rest the Case, it's correct information and I can trust the information I'm getting from you.
Mm-hmm.
So we make sure that everything that goes out from Rest the Case is keeping that in mind.
All right. So how does Rest the Case promote diversity and inclusion in the legal field?
So I mean, I am me personally, and because of me, I think everybody else in Rest the Case. I think that diversity comes. Only when you're saying something is an equal place. Mm-hmm. It is only like that if I don't think twice as to, oh, should I keep this person because this person is male, or should I keep this person because this person is a female. When we get people on board, we get people because they are professionals. We see that. We see that this person is professional or this person is not a professional. This person is fitting the criteria we have, or this person is not fitting the criteria we have. Whether it's the people, employees in the company also, it is that, right? And so then that kind of goes ahead and shows in the lawyers we have also. We don't really see whether this person is a male or a female or anything else for that matter. We don't see that. We see whether this person is a professional, whether this person will be able to solve the purpose we're trying to solve, and this person will actually add value. We see those things. We don't see anything else. And that's why I think that questions never kind of come up, whether this person should be there or not be there with regards to anything else other than whether they are adding value to what we need to do.
Okay, so one important question, do you believe Rest the Case or technology-based startups in law field could contribute to job displacement in legal profession?
If anything, technology kind of opens up opportunities to not be stuck to one place. Technology helps you to be everywhere and at one place at the same time. I mean, what is better than that? So I think that platforms like Rest the Case or technology-driven companies help you get connected better, help people know you, help people see you, help people connect with you, because you're not restricted to one place, from one small city or your office. You're not restricted there. You are part of something bigger, something that's around the country and around the world. So I think that, according to me at least, that is what technology does. Technology helps you not be restricted. And Rest the Case also, for all the lawyers that we have on board, when there is a lawyer, and for example, now that there's a lawyer who only wants clients from, say, Delhi, which is fine, because when he is doing it offline, right, when he's doing it by himself, is that area probably that he is working in that know about him. But when he's on a platform like Rest the Case, it's the entire Delhi then that knows about him. And it's not just that area that he's in or that office that he's in where people know him. It is entire Delhi. And that itself is also a big thing. And then after that, if it's not just in Delhi, then you're in another city, you're in the full country. I mean, wouldn't you rather want to be like that and be connected with more people than being restricted to one place? So yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, so how does your platform handle conflicts of interest among listed lawyers?
So we only give one client to one lawyer. We don't give one client to multiple lawyers. That is something actually that we saw, and I had, before we created our business plan and created how Rest the Case would work, I had spoken to multiple lawyers about what issues they were having with platforms like these, or platforms that give leads or clients and that kind of thing. And with most of them, the problem was that there is supposing one client who has called the company, okay, and then that company takes that lead and gives it to 10 lawyers that they have listed on their websites or apps or whatever. And then all those 10 lawyers will then call this client, and then by the end of it, the client is irritated, the lawyer is irritated, and nothing comes off it. Right? If you get lucky, something comes off it, but how often do you just get lucky? So that was a major problem that the lawyers were having. So when we spoke to them, that's what kind of came out of it. So what we have done is we have done one client for one lawyer. In the sense that when someone comes to us and says that, or is looking on the website, but I'm just saying that if they've come to us, right, and they have said that they want a lawyer from Delhi, they want it for a property matter, and they want it around this area. So we talk to that, so we connect them to one lawyer, right? If for some reason it doesn't go ahead with that lawyer, or the lawyer says, oh, I can't take this case up, or the client says, no, I don't want to talk to this lawyer, it's not working out for me, then we give them another lawyer. Till the time the client and the lawyer have not mutually said, oh, we don't want this client or this lawyer, we let them be, we let them do their thing. If they feel like they don't want to go ahead with either, then we send them to somebody else. That's how we kind of make sure that two lawyers are not fighting for one client, or one client is not fighting over 10 lawyers. They're talking to one person, they're trying to get their problem solved. If that doesn't happen, then we send them to somebody else.
Okay, so does Rest the Case benefit undeserved communities and individuals?
We do. So we keep trying wherever we can. We have also done a lot of sessions with NGOs. We did, I think, last year we did a seminar with women who were affected because of the pandemic, and because of that they had property issues or issues with their family, and that kind of thing. So we had a session with them, with our lawyers. We our lawyers talked to them, kind of helped them out with whatever problems they were having. They would send their cases to us, and we would forward them to the lawyers. And so that was one of the things we did. We also worked with senior citizens. There's another NGO which had only senior citizens, and so those people, most of them had an issue with wills, and they had an issue with that they had some family issues and family disputes that they wanted to solve, and that was going on for a long time. Like how most cases like that are. So then those also we helped them out. We sent a lawyer there. The lawyer spoke to them, took their cases up and sorted that out. So we keep, whenever we get an opportunity, we try to connect with NGOs and try to get that done as well.
Okay, so does Rest the Case promote greater legal literacy in society?
So legal literacy, yes, like we've been talking about, we explain things that otherwise would sound complicated to somebody who's not studied law or does not know about the general things that are happening in law. And we have a separate section which is called the Knowledge Bank, which is on our website. And on that, we have multiple sections dedicated to multiple things related to the law. In the sense that we have one section which is just explaining legal terms. So, like if someone is saying FIR and what an FIR is, right? Then we have another section which kind of explains the procedures of things. Like if you know now what an FIR is through one section, then how do you file an FIR? Or what happens once you have filed an FIR? That kind of thing. Then we also have, like we were discussing before, we have news. So you're up to date. And like if there is a news, and we kind of tell you what happened also, obviously, but also what the legal implications of something like that are. So like recently in the news, if there is the thing going on about India and Bharat, that kind of thing. So then we kind of explain what the constitution says about such things, right? What whether that is actually, whether you can call it Bharat or not. That kind of thing we kind of explain on the website, so that you have a whole rounded, information on everything that is going on around you, and things that you kind of keep hearing. That something that was just a word, something that is just FIR, you know now what it is, right? So that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so last question. As a founder, what are your learnings?
I think I'm still learning every day, because I think every day I come to work and then there is something new that I had not thought of before, or I have a new problem that I've not heard of before and it comes up. But I think from the beginning, what I've been hearing and what I've been what has been coming to me again and again is, you should not. I think one thing that I've learned the most is that I should not forget why I started doing this, because even when we add new things or when we try to do new things in the company, I always try to keep in mind why I started. And so with that in mind, when I'm developing new things, I'm still on the same path and still on the same, I want to do the same thing, maybe in different ways as we add new things, but I still want to do the same thing, which I think was something that I really appreciated thinking about. And it's even like, if you see my, where I sit every day, it's written down, it's written why we have started, so that I remember that every day, and everyone else remembers every day why we started, so that everything we do revolves around that. I think that is what I've learned. I keep learning.
So one personal question I want to ask, like, what does rest the case mean? Like, why it is named rest the case?
Right, so rest the case basically so when the lawyer finishes the case, right, after he finishes presenting a case, he says, okay, I rest my case, which means let's stop talking, and he's given all the information he has to give. The case ends there. So the point of it is that when you say rest the case, your case is over. So when you come to us, case finally should be over.
Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for joining us and giving so much information about legal things to the viewers. And we wish you all the best for your future interviews, and we wish all the best to rest the case. We would love to see you grow.
Thank you so much.
It was great talking to you. Thank you.
It was great talking.